So at the weekend, I went to an event and we spent the afternoon looking at Millennium Wharf, which is an old flour mill in Silvertown in London, and it's quite an iconic derelict building used in loads of crime dramas, etc. Always seems to be where they bump people off before they go and bury them in the woods. Anyway, it was an interesting day. We watched the sunset over the building as well. There's some great images. I picked one in particular and I've converted it into halftone for one experiment that I want to do with it to print it off, which is when the image is turned into lots and lots of little dots. And I have also, let me move that, turn that layer off. Also, just created a high contrast image as well. And the high contrast image I'm going to transfer onto this pre-prepared piece of cradle board, which has got some textures and papers on it from a collagraph. I actually did a collagraph video that's on YouTube, and these are some of the sheets that the collagraph made, and I stuck them onto a piece of wooden cradle board. And I'm going to transfer this image onto it because I think it might look pretty cool as a kind of sunset kind of vibe. We were looking at a sunset and it reminded me that I'd prepped this board for something else, and I thought, yeah, maybe that would look cool. So I'm gonna have a go. It can work, it might not work, but I'm gonna have a go and see how it turns out. If not, you can always paint over the cradle board, there's nothing lost. So one thing you will see here, because I'm going to do an image transfer where I stick this piece of paper on top of the cradle board using acrylic medium, is that I have flipped the image because when it goes down, it's going to stay in the reverse. So I've got my cradle board here. Let's try and make sure that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to paint on some acrylic medium. A little bit on here as well. Give myself some time. It's going to cut around the area I don't want, because that will save me a double heap of time. Lining it up. Now I printed the image so it would fit this cradle board exactly. So I've got the horizon there, and I've got the building. I have the building sitting in front of the sun. And what you want to do is stick that down. And let it dry for a bit. So this has been sitting for a while, and I'm just going to take off the top of this. I'll just... Yeah, this is water that I'm adding to the paper here to dampen it, and not acrylic medium. So just lightly brush with water. Just peeling off the top layer of this. You don't want to go too heavy-handed with this yet. You just want to make sure it's properly dry. But you can peel off the top layer with your fingers. It's like little worms of paper that come away. Just carefully and gently. You don't want to lose any of your image that you're transferring, because if you rub too hard, that will come away too. So just gently, gently, very slowly. So it's been drying for half an hour or so, and you can see the paper's gone white, showing that there's still a residue on the canvas. So I'm just painting on a little bit of water just to dampen it up again, and I'm just going to repeat the process of gently rubbing away the paper on the top of this image, carefully enough not to rub away the black underneath. It should be pretty set on there now, and sealed in by the acrylic, so it shouldn't really go anywhere, but still be careful. You don't want to ruin all your hard work. So here's my half-tone image of Millennium Wolf. And before I start, I'm just going to show you a little hack. I have my oxide black in this hand cream dispenser. Now, I tend to buy the paint in the bigger tubs, and it's cheaper to buy a bigger tub of paint than it is to buy a tube. But it's also a little bit cumbersome to use the larger tubs. It can splodge out. They kind of, yeah, it's a little bit generous. Or you take the lid off and you scoop it out, and then, you know, you can use a bit too much paint. But I had a little bit of a brainwave, dismantled one of these, filled it full of paint, put it back together again, and this is so cool. It actually dispenses one perfect shot for an A4 plate. So I'm laying down the laser print of the half-tone image now, and I've put it face down into the Amsterdam paint, and I'm leaving it for about 10 seconds max, just rubbing gently with the palm of my hand, not rubbing it into the plate, but just gently caressing it into the plate, and there you go, we have a nice image transfer. Just going to give this a quick clean up and speed this along for you. So I'm going to add a bit of colour, reverse paint this. Just going to blast it to make sure. So I've got a creamy ivory colour, a little bit of Payne's grey there. So the background, I've chosen a cadmium yellow, a primary yellow and a primary red to add a kind of sunset vibe behind Millennium Wharf. And I'm going to roll this on with my large brayer to try and get a bit of an ombre effect behind the buildings. Just gently spreading that across, just so they try and blend into each other subtly. I don't want a hard line across it. But I've still got all those little wormy bits from the other image getting everywhere. But there you go. Here we have the sunset. I'm using a heavier weight mixed media paper for this. I think it's about 250 GSM, so it's nice and strong. And I'm going to put this down and I'm going to weight it and leave it for about 45 minutes while I finish the other image off. Okay, so you can still see there's a little bit of paper residue left on here. To save my fingerprints, I'm going to use a little bit of a sponge for this. So let's see how, hopefully it's dry. The other image transfer has come off. Have a go from the other side. Stuck down very well. So here we have kind of an industrial scene of Silvertown, of Millennium Wharf. I'm quite pleased with that. It's a little bit patchy in the background. I'll go in with some crayons and tidy that up. It's a little bit mucky where I didn't tidy it up so much, but I know it works. I've got that now to use as an image and we can compare it to the other one. Now I've added in some extra shadow on the waterfront there. That didn't take long. I just cut out an extra piece of the original image and glued it down and did the same process just to extend this here because it was sitting a little bit short, and I think that's worked out really nicely. And in comparison, we have the half-tone image, which was an image transfer done off of the gel plates with a background added, an ombre background added. And you can see now I just went in with a very diluted primary red just to fill in those little white specks that were there, and it just kind of blended in. And I've obviously trimmed it. So let's compare them side by side. I'm quite pleased with those. So sometimes it just works to work with what you see. And that was my Saturday. So why not try doing the same image 2 different ways and see which one you like the best. It's always a good exercise. It teaches you different skills, and yeah, look, you can come up with 2 really totally different images. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.